This is Los Angeles, the entertainment capital of the world. Nearby, there's breathtaking natural beauty. There's rafting, skiing, surfing, and fishing. But Mike Iaconelli is an urban angler from Jersey. He likes to fish in the city, near the drilling rigs, cranes, and industrial plants. This is City Limits Fishing, Los Angeles.
This fish is kicking my butt. That is awesome.
We sent a champion angler to some great cities on a mission.
Philadelphia! That's Washington, D.C. A stone's throw away. Chicago River, within the city limits, and that's my limit!
This is City Limits Fishing with Mike Iaconelli.
Welcome to Southern California.
Gorgeous weather, Hollywood, beautiful women.
I'm excited about seeing the sights, but more excited about the fishing.
Techniques like drop shotting, techniques like the swim bait really have originated here on the West Coast.
It's overcast and cool. This is fishing weather, and the bass are on an early bite.
Originally, our game plan was to meet Mike at the dock at about 5:30, 5:45, and leave the dock at 6.
And we're headed over the bridge to get to the ramp, and we're blocked off. The police have a blockade set up, and it's an LA film crew shooting a TV show. I mean, very typical LA.
We arrive an hour late.
Mike walked up to the dock. It was a pleasure to meet Mike, but he seemed obviously dejected about something.
So I'm pretty disturbed that in flight, coming out here, 2 of my key rods are broken. So already things are starting to take kind of a negative turn. A late start, a couple rods broken.
Just Long Beach has a lot of history.
We make our way through the port of Los Angeles. We pass the Queen Mary, Russian submarine, and huge cranes.
We're here in an urban environment. We're leaving this port right here in LA, and there's guys fishing right on the Breakwater. You know, and that's perfect for when you're describing urban fishing. That's it to a T.
Our challenge is to catch a combined limit of 20 bass in 8 hours within the metropolitan city limits of Los Angeles.
And so we're going for Calico Bass. Tell me about them.
Absolutely. Probably the most popular inshore species in the area, Southern California. We're trying to catch 3 species: spotted bay bass, calico bass, and barred sand bass.
We run from Long Beach north to Palos Verdes and Bunker Point.
And I'm excited. I got a beautiful swim bait tied on. I get it. I'm looking at those kelp beds. I make my first throw of the day, and I heave it back. Snap. My other rod breaks in half. Right now. It's a pretty bad way to start the day, you know? And again, I've been through a lot in fishing, and I know how to manage feelings in tournaments. But when stuff just keeps happening and building, it's kind of hard to keep focus.
Wow. 2 rods broken. Jeez. That's not good.
I'm throwing the surface iron, one, because I'm trying to trigger a big fish bite to start out. I really am keying in because we got there kind of late, so I'm trying to take advantage of trying to get a big fish in early.
Broken rod aside, I retie that swim bait on another rod. Second cast of the day, I throw it out there, swim bait hits the water. At this point, I'm not even sure how to retrieve the bait. I'm kind of steady reeling it, and all of a sudden, boom. We got one.
Get him. Swim bait.
Swim bait.
Yeah.
Could it be? Could it be on the second cast of the day I have a fish already? Fish on, I swing the thing over.
Yeah. Cast. California Calico.
All right, it's 12 inches. Wow, that's cool looking.
Pretty cool. They call their nicknames are checkers.
Beautiful color, beautiful eyes. I mean, just an absolutely gorgeous fish. All right.
Yeah, he's legal.
It's first keeper. You know what? I'm thinking that maybe my luck is starting to turn around.
I quickly get back in the water. Ben switches to a swim bait. We're throwing to the kelp beds in about 30 feet of water.
Oh boy, weather conditions right now, it's overcast.
I don't know, for some reason in my mind I had visions of, surfers and swimmers and hot chicks in bikinis, walking all over the place.
The day before was beautiful, gorgeous.
And water temperature in the mid to high 60s, a lot colder than I thought.
Not probably the most desirable conditions to start out. See those birds diving on the beach there, Mike?
Yeah.
You might have to move in a little bit. That stuff might be pushed up on the beach.
How deep's that in there?
Probably about, 6 feet.
You just change your baits. 20, 30 casts of swim bait, change it to a spoon. 20, 30 casts of a spoon, change it to a jig. Constantly changing not only baits, but size and color. Trying to find the right combination to trigger those bass to bite. Did they ever hit it on the drop? A
lot of times, yeah.
Rolling it?
Yep. Sometimes if you go by, you'll be swimming it, you see a kelp, kind of stop it right there, let it sink. Usually you get a bit like that. I cast out, I let the bait hit the water, and I've got a nice, even retrieve back to the boat, and I get bit about the 10th crank. Shoot.
Oh, God darn it. Want to smack it? Look at it. 3 strikes and you're out. Ah,
Look at right here, Mike, look next to the boat.
Oh, look,
there's a follower. Oh, he just swam away. Oh, man. I had like 3 or 4 or 5 of them whack it. Picked the fish up, got it off the jig. Yeah, sometimes you get those. You hook one and there'd be like 2 or 3 or 4 of them following it. Yeah, he wanted that.
In my mind, even though it's not fast and furious, we're absolutely on time. We're on our way to catch a limited bass.
Any idea what I'd use for bait?
Oh, probably some squid, but then you'd have to watch out for the sea lions.
Sea lions?
Yeah, they love that stuff.
Really?
Bait right off the line.
How do they fight? They fight better than sea bass? Ben Florentino and I are fishing for bass in Los Angeles. We're less than an hour into the day, and already we've caught 2 calico bass. We're both throwing swim baits at the kelp beds. I feel out of my element fishing in saltwater, and I'm uncomfortable being in the back of the boat.
I'm from a background where I'm in the front, I'm in charge, I'm making decisions, and out here in the salt, I'm the student, so it's a little bit different out here in this environment.
Make another cast, then I hook another one right after that. I let the bait sink this time, like 1 or 2 count, and then I would start winding.
I'm excited. We've got 3 keepers already. We're 17 away from the limit.
They seem to be holding in the kelp right now. Don't see much bait action like there probably was earlier. 25 minutes, we have 3 fish in the boat. I'm feeling pretty good. It looks promising considering we had a late start.
Ben uses the trolling motor to keep us in the kelp beds.
I don't think there's a better type of vegetation out there. It's the perfect canopy for these fish to hide around, man. If you can imagine, these fish using this as ambush position to get that bait, it's just perfect. But that's kelp. That's these kelp beds out here.
That's fish. No, that's kelp.
I think a lot of anglers will get frustrated because the bait's getting hung up in the kelp. You know what? Unless you're getting hung up, you're not in the right place.
God, smashed it. Boy, we're getting a lot of fish following the bait to the boat, but no, the fish just aren't committing right now. They're just not attacking the bait like they normally would.
Yeah, how did they not get it? They hit it down like that. So really what that's telling us is we're missing just a little piece of the puzzle. So we got to keep adjusting, we got to keep changing, we got to figure out what bait is going to get these fish to bite.
We change colors, we change sizes, we change baits. We vary our retrieves, but we can't get the fish to commit, so we change locations. We run up the coast toward downtown Los Angeles. LA is known for the sun.
You can go to the beach in the morning, the mountains in the evening.
And the stars.
Hollywood is huge in LA. It's the city of movies.
There's shopping and sightseeing.
We had the best of everything.
And there's great food. Everything from fine dining to local favorites.
Oh, you could try Pink's hot dog stand.
You know, so we leave the first spot and we're moving up to a place called Abalone
Yeah,
Cove.
that wave's coming up on it in there. So check this out. A couple marks down there. I decided to give Mike a little taste of boiler rock fishing.
Ben positions the boat near where the waves crash into the rocks, and the water looks like it's boiling.
The reason we like fishing in these boiler rock areas, it attracts bait fish, and a lot of the predator fish, like Calico Bass, seem to hide in these rocks.
I'm from Jersey. To me, big rocks and big waves equal big danger.
The one thing that's flashing through my mind is, man, I hope Ben doesn't get too close, because real easy, you know, one big wave and you could be up on these rocks.
We make a few casts and we get closer to the rocks.
I'm dealing with holding the boat, the waves crashing, looking over my shoulder, make sure there's not a wave that's gonna hit us.
We hear a voice from the shore.
It's a lifeguard yelling at us from the beach to tell us to get off the beach.
The lifeguard was a little unhappy. I think we've got to be a certain distance away from the beach. So we might have been encroaching on the beach there just a little bit.
And I tell Mike, well, I guess we better go before they send in the cavalry.
We make a short run to Point Vicente.
We won't leave any stone unturned.
Keep moving until we find them.
That's right.
The giant cliffs are filled with multi-million-dollar homes.
This is urban fishing, you know. We're right down from LA. Millions of people live right up here on these rocks, and we're in front of them fishing. You know, what an awesome opportunity, what a beautiful sight.
Oh, the water looks beautiful here right now. We have, water's warmer, it just jumped up to 68 degrees. The kelp's laid down, we have current. It's just ideal area to fish.
We work the area hard. Ben throws a swim bait, crankbait, and iron. I throw a swim bait. But when I don't get bit, I switch to bass tackle and start throwing a jig with a tube.
We're still trying to figure out what the pattern is, you know. We're just starting to scratch the surface on what we need to do. We're moving around a lot. We're switching baits. You know, we got a long day left. You know, we got almost 4 hours left. I'm still confident we're going to catch limits today, so.
You know, looking up, I see this helicopter coming at us.
The heavy artillery is coming out. So I look up at Ben, he looks back at me.
My concern at that point was we might be in trouble because we were fishing too close to the beach.
The chopper keeps moving and we keep fishing, but we're not getting bit.
Ideal conditions, I don't know what else to do. I think we're going to just pick up and move on to the next area.
So we run and gun our way north from Palos Verdes to Redondo Beach.
We're really covering a lot of area fast. I'm hitting certain points and certain areas to get in and get out.
We get a couple of followers, but no bites. We need help.
You catching anything? No fish, any lobster.
And they went fishing. They did.
They did? What
They
did they
did. I don't know, it's a long fish, but it's delicious. I fried it.
Ben Florentino and I are fishing for bass in Los Angeles. We've caught 3 fish quick, but nothing in the last few hours. It's late in the morning and the haze is not burning off. The water temperature's cold and the fish are lethargic. We make a short run from Redondo Beach to Playa del Rey and LAX.
Where are we headed? Well, we're going to head north up to a little area called the Pipe. The Pipe is a dispensing area from the treatment plant. A poop pipe. This outflow area sends warmer water after cooling the treatment plant. So it's generally about 3 or 4 degrees warmer than the ocean temperature.
Yeah, conditions have gotten tough. You know, the wind's picked up. The seas are getting big, and really it's making it hard to even position the boat, to even get a cast where you can feel the bait.
It's so foggy, we can't see the jets taking off at nearby LAX.
Yeah, I hear the planes. Sounds like I'm back home. And I hadn't had a bite in hours. All of a sudden, boom, boom, I smacked him, and I set the hook, and I'm reeling. It's not a giant. I lift it over, I land it, I'm my second keeper bass of the day.
Yeah, sand bass.
That's a neat fish.
Good deal. Did he slam your bait?
Oh, he slammed it.
Oh, that's great.
That's a pretty fish.
Yeah, it's neat. Cool.
We fished for a while with no bites. Disappointed, we decide to run back south.
Ben kind of idles the boat right past this calm spot. And as we go over it, not only do we see the bottom rise up like a hump, but right on either side of that hump, we see arcs.
Yeah. If it comes up that shallow, that's a good spot.
Swim bait's falling, all of a sudden I feel, I set the hook and I miss it. I reel that bait in and I'm looking at it, and my hook's loaded with scales.
The scales I got on the hook.
I make like another cast in there, and all of a sudden, and I set the hook. But I'm on the front deck now, and as I set the hook, I can feel kind of my feet slip out from under me. And I go straight down on my back. I feel a sharp pain. All I can think about is reel.
Watch it, don't. That's a Pacific scorpion fish. You don't want to touch those. The spines on these things, these are poisonous.
Is that right?
Yeah. The only way to get the poison out is either hot coffee or pee on it. There you go.
I got to tell you, I've got mixed emotions about the pee thing. You know, I'm not really into golden showers.
These things are the best eating fish too. Great fish tacos. Sculpin.
Man alive. Let that fish go. Let's keep fishing.
The water's rough, and it's hard to keep the boat over the rock pile.
It was really tough to maintain your balance on the boat too.
We're seeing a lot of fish on the graph, but we're losing a lot of bait in the rocks.
You know, the key was to get in the rock, get hung up, and then come off it.
I'm changing, I'm breaking off, I'm working my butt off.
All of a sudden I come off the rock and then I'm stuck, and all of a sudden the stuck starts moving.
Oh, your rod is doubled. Swim bait?
Yeah. Oh, he's in the rock.
Oh, no.
He's in.
No.
There, he's out.
He's out.
Oh, he's out.
Keep him coming. Keep him cranking.
Here he comes.
That's a giant. What is that thing? I know definitely this is the best fish of the day. Oh my God. Oh God, look at the size of that thing.
Oh, it's a Calico Bass.
Oh my God, look at that. Oh my God. Finally gets it to the boat, lands that fish. Oh my God.
At least a 6 pound, maybe even 7 pound fish.
That's a trophy right there. Look at that. That is a giant.
He smoked me. Look at my line. It's all shredded.
This is the kind of fish that we came to LA for.
Is there a better chance of catching a bass or a dead body down here in the waterfront?
Same chance, I guess.
This is Mike. Check out my book, Fishing on the Edge, and you'll learn why I never give up. For more information on clothing, gear, and equipment used on the show, go to MikeIaconelli.com. Ben Florentino and I are fishing for bass in Los Angeles. We've caught 5 keepers and we have 2 hours left on the clock. We're getting hung up in the rocks and losing tackle.
Hung up again. It's messy down there, man.
We retie often. The graph shows the spot is loaded with fish.
We're getting bites, we're missing fish. Got me caught.
Did he? Oh. Here, I'll come up on it, try to get him out.
We've missed enough fish to have our 20 fish limit.
We're getting short bits where the fish kind of nudges at the tail, maybe bites the tail and lets go.
We decide to downsize to overcome the short bites.
I'm putting on some gulp, a little gulp minnow on a lighter head, a half-ounce head. So I'm just sick of being in the rocks. I throw back out there, watching the bait fall. It gets about halfway down, it goes dun dun dun. And I know that's at the bottom. It's too short of a time falling. Set the hook, I get into this one. Reel. Good fight, swing at the boat. Another nice, beautiful bass, 13 or 14-inch bass.
He hit it on the way down, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. They're coming up off the bottom.
We're rocking and rolling. I mean, things are happening.
That's a pretty fish right there.
Man.
Boy, he hit it so hard. Oh my God.
This spot is so great, it's possible to catch 14 fish in 14 minutes, but it doesn't happen. We make a number of passes over the rocks, but we don't get bit again.
We're still there, they just stopped biting. So I decided to pack it in. I think we worked this area for long enough time. It's time to go on.
We make the long run south, and along the way, a strange thing happens. The sun comes out.
Just, you know, it's a typical California day at that point. But, you know, I'm thinking to Mike, you know, he's here from back east going, God, why couldn't it have been like this all day?
We stop at Pleasure Point and fish the Kelp Bass.
And my attitude is always, always never give up. Keep casting till the last minute. But I'm definitely getting frustrated, you know?
We run back to the port of Los Angeles and fish the Royal Islands.
You know, we're around these islands, it just didn't happen. It was a day when the fish just didn't bite. Everything we tried kind of fizzled, and time runs out.
I'm tired. I'm a little discouraged and disappointed. I'm not too happy about how the day went.
When I'm mad and I'm angry.
One thing I learned from Mike is never give up attitude, fishing all the way till the end and then some.
I'm going to be able to take techniques that I learned here this week in saltwater and use that stuff in freshwater. I'm going to leave here this week a little disappointed, but a better angler.